Okay, what I'm going to demonstrate here is basically the working demo of the tutorial that's covered in the blog. So as you can see, I'm in Eclipse. I've got my project up. I'm going to go ahead and launch the web application. So it'll run it in local development mode, simulating the App Engine environment. So it's already launched it. So what I'm going to do now is pop over to Firefox and attempt to access the application. And previously I made sure I've logged out of Google, so it should walk through the entire process at this point. So when I attempt to access like my list of Word documents, first thing it wants me to do is authorize or authenticate, I should say, against Google. So I'm authenticating, which is logging into Google, and then the next basic step is the authorization step, where I'm going to ask Google to permit this web application to have access to my Google documents. So that's what I do when I click on that link. So this is actually a page served up through Google saying this application is requesting access to your Google account for the following resource. I'm going to go ahead and grant access to that. When I grant access, then it's going to, everything worked at this point, it's going to bring back a list of my Word docs. If I go back to the home page and click on Spreadsheet, we should see a list then of my spreadsheet documents, which reflects basically what you see here as well. You see the spreadsheets are a little colored differently and so forth. So that kind of demonstrates the basic life cycle. Now if we go over to Chrome, you'll actually see, if you look at the entities that are stored in the local data store, you could see now that that it created this object, which is the one I just logged in as, and what you see here with the access token and secret token and so forth is the credentialing of the authorization process, so that I don't have to go out and get that key every time that I want to access my list of documents. For instance, I've granted the application access to it, and that should be sufficient moving forward. So basically that kind of demonstrates in a nutshell the basic functionality of it. The web app itself is obviously intended to be very simple, but just demonstrate the main aspects were, authenticating against Google, and then authorizing Google via OAuth, and then using as well some of the local persistent capabilities, big table in the data store to store some of the user information. So that concludes the tutorial. Look forward to your comments. Thanks. Bye.